January 2022, I've created my first ever YouTube channel and reached 1000 subscribers and 4000 hours of watch time within the first 3 weeks by following a simple but effective formula. And no, I didn't post any shorts or none of my videos went viral, and I don't have a special personality. So you can also do the same by following this simple formula. Now I will walk you through my story and tell you exactly what you need to know about each step so you can reach your YouTube monetization goal as fast as possible. Now sit back, relax, and let's dive in. The first thing I did was choosing my niche. And to do that correctly, I decided to draw 2 sets. Number 1 included my passions and number 2 included my proficiencies. My biggest passion was gaming, and I had an education background, so that was my proficiency. And the audience, that is what you need to do. You have to confirm that the audience is there, because otherwise there is no point if you want to grow a YouTube channel. And the intersection set in between was going to be my niche. During that time, I was playing a specific strategy game, and it was quite time consuming, complicated, and I had a lot of knowledge about it. So that was the niche that I selected. Educational videos / tutorials about that specific strategy game. You might think that is too narrow, focusing on a certain style of videos on one specific game, but that was the whole point. The goal of YouTube is simple: serve the right video to the right audience. This way, the audience spends more time on the platform, which equals more ads, meaning more revenue. The more specific your niche is, the better, because this way you can simply tell YouTube, hey, this is the exact audience that I'm targeting. However, there's a problem that most small creators have to face eventually: expanding your niche. This is very critical after you establish a decent following. I will make a dedicated video about it in future, so feel free to subscribe. But before you decide, okay, this is my niche, you have to make sure that there are enough possibilities to expand your niche when the day comes. Here's an example. Instead of starting an educational video editing YouTube channel, why not start making videos around one specific popular editing software? Later on, you can start covering other editing programs as well. And once you establish a good number of subscribers and consistent views, you can transform your channel into a general educational video editing place which covers pretty much anything related to the topic. Now, back to the story. So the niche was decided, and it was time for me to publish my first couple of videos, which is step number 2. This is where most YouTubers make serious mistakes. Based on my experience, your couple of videos have one simple goal. It is feeding the algorithm and telling YouTube who you are making videos for. And the best way to do that is making search-based content for your first 5, 10, or even 20 videos, depending on your upload frequency. Imagine you just met someone and they're asking you to recommend some restaurants. Do you think you can direct them to perfect places without knowing literally nothing about what type of food they like? It is pretty unlikely. But if one of your close friends asks you where to eat, you know exactly which places to recommend them because you know everything about them. And that's how YouTube recommendation system works. You have to teach YouTube what your channel, aka your restaurant, is all about, so it can recommend it to people who would enjoy your videos the most. So for my niche, instead of making generic gameplay videos or anything related to my account, I made videos like the best civilization in the game or the best troop type in the game. Videos that can be found by a specific audience with search. After I built a healthy subscriber count and some amount of consistent views, I started making more recommendation targeted videos, but that's a topic for another day. And this brings us to step number 3, crafting a killer thumbnail and title. I can make 20 different videos about titles and thumbnails, and I will in future, but there is one very simple but extremely effective way that you can use at the start of your content creation journey that will skyrocket the growth of your small YouTube channel. Identify what works. This will change drastically depending on your niche. The title and thumbnail style that works for a Minecraft video, for example, won't work for a finance channel or vice versa, because the audience is completely different. That is why you have to analyze your competitors, and that's exactly what I did. I went through the most successful videos of the biggest channels in my niche and came up with a template. I didn't copy their thumbnails or titles word by word, but what I did was identifying the similarities. Does the audience prefer thumbnails with or without a face? Do they click on videos with caps in their titles more? What are the most commonly used colors in the thumbnails, or what is the average title length? However, this was the easy part. The hard part was pinpointing the emotion that made the viewer click. Was it curiosity, excitement, or fear, which works extremely well for investment or crypto channels? And luckily, in 2023, we have a very simple way to identify it. You can simply ask ChatGPT what he feels about the title, then you can start utilizing these emotions to increase your CTR massively. For my niche, two main ones was curiosity and controversy. So I started utilizing those two feelings to make my target audience click on my videos, which made YouTube suggest more of my content to that specific audience. But regardless of your niche, there are some general rules about titles and thumbnails that I recommend you to follow. Number one, don't make too complicated thumbnails. Try to not have more than 3 elements in your thumbnail. If you're using text, make sure that it doesn't blend with the background color, so the text is very visible. Use shorter text and bold fonts to improve the visibility even more. And you can use different services to check how your thumbnail looks in different sizes. And if you're not fully satisfied how your thumbnail looks in any of those formats, I think you should change it. Try to keep your title short as well, just like the text on the thumbnail. Use some power words to spark the emotion that you target. And 2 more successful emotions are curiosity and fear. And don't use clickbait on your titles because it's just bad. Okay. And this is simply how you grow on YouTube, right? Unfortunately, it's not. There is one last step that we have to discuss in the formula, and it is pretty crucial. Look, I'm not going to say what 99% of YouTube experts say, always aim for the best quality, blah blah blah. If you have unlimited time, yeah, sure, but most of us don't. You have to find a balance between quality and the quantity. When your channel is small, when you're just starting out, quantity is your friend. More videos equals more signals for the algorithm to find the correct audience for you. And more videos around the same topic means more session time if you're successfully directing your viewer to another video of yours with the end screen. And more videos also provides the viewer a reason to subscribe because they know that you are consistently publishing videos around the topic that they are interested. But please do not upload quote-unquote junk videos just to feed the YouTube algorithm, because this leads poor viewer experience, which is something YouTube hates. So at the start of my content creation journey, I always aimed for high number of videos with the acceptable quality that keeps your viewer engaged. You have to make sure that you reach that acceptable quality, or at least you did your best to reach that, because there is one key metric that is as important as click-through rate. It is average view duration. The longer you make your audience keep watching your videos, the more YouTube will recommend your videos, and this will skyrocket your views, watch time and subscribers of your YouTube channel. For my niche, it wasn't anything extreme, so I was able to publish more and more to grow my small YouTube channel and get monetization just in 3 weeks. If you made it this far, thank you, and I have a bonus tip for you. Regardless of your skills, your knowledge or whatever, if you don't enjoy the process of making YouTube videos, you will struggle a lot. Because there will be times when you spend 3 hours on your script, 2 hours filming, 10 hours editing, another extra few hours working on your thumbnail and title, etc., and you will end up with 50 views. Unfortunately, this will destroy your motivation and confidence if the process of making YouTube videos is not something that you enjoy. Yes, it will still be disheartening, but if you're enjoying the process, you will have a much easier time dealing with all those struggles because you're not chasing numbers. You know that you did your best, you spent respectable amount of time working on everything related to your video, and now it's time to sit back and start working on your next video. Because YouTube is unpredictable, complicated, and there are so many different aspects that affects the video's performance. We will dive deep those aspects of growing a successful small YouTube channel, starting with 6 essential tips to write extremely clickable YouTube titles. Make sure to tap on it, and I see you there.